The first and most important task to complete is the setup of your company within the PoolM8 system. This will take a bit of time and will take some planning and thoughtfulness, but once you have this done, the benefits will far outweigh the initial time investment in getting PoolM8 configured in the best way for your particular business needs. In order to complete this setup process, we have created a company settings module within PoolM8. This can be accessed at any time by clicking on your name at the top right of the screen and choosing company settings. Once you arrive on this company settings module, you will see 8 large icons or buttons. Each represents a component of the setup process, and there is a video in this series for each one. This video will guide you through the creation, setup, and maintenance of your users. The actual module for creating and managing users is extraordinarily simple. There are only a few bits of info needed for each user account within your PoolM8 application. Before we get to the actual hands-on demonstration of how to use the user setup module, it's important to first understand the various types of users available to you as you set up your PoolM8 environment. In PoolM8, there are 4 distinct types of users. Each has its own purpose or functionality, and it's important that you get your users set up with the proper type for the role he or she will play within your organization. The 4 types are admin, user, technician, and vendor. The admin is the administrator of the system. This is generally the company owner or office manager or some other member or members of management. Someone set up as an administrator has full rights to all aspects of PoolM8. An admin has the ability to interact with all of the settings modules, can create, delete, and edit users, is able to create and manage clients, tickets, etc. In short, an admin has the highest level of functionality, rights, and permissions available in PoolM8. In most PoolM8 deployments, the user type called user is one of the most common. Users in this category typically use PoolM8 using a desktop or laptop computer. Examples might include receptionists, schedulers, dispatchers, and salespeople. From a rights perspective, the user is one notch below the admin. A user cannot configure PoolM8, that is, they can't change how things work within the system. But from a data perspective, these users can do just about everything. They can create tickets, edit tickets, create clients, assign clients to routes, etc. The next type of user is the technician. These are the workhorses in your organization. Technicians are those in the field getting their hands dirty. The smartphone is the technician's tool of choice. A technician is able to use a computer, but generally prefers the smartphone app because it works well in the field and provides all the basic functionality right at his fingertips for helping get the job done while on the job site. The technician is able to view routes, work tickets, and take photos to attach to tickets or clients. The 4th category of user is the vendor. This is quite unique to PoolM8 and is one of its most powerful features. A vendor is someone who is not directly on your payroll. A vendor, for example, is a subcontractor on a pool construction job. By setting up these outside parties, you provide these partners with access to valuable information that allows your working relationships to be strengthened, streamlined, and enhanced. A vendor has very limited rights, so there is no risk in setting up this type of user. A vendor is only able to see tickets and clients to which you have given them specific access. That is, a vendor can only see the clients and tickets that specifically apply to that particular vendor as defined by you. The notifications feature, which is covered in depth in another video, is greatly enhanced when these types of users have been configured in your system. Okay, now that we have an understanding as to the various types of users available in PoolM8, let's jump into the user setup module and create a few users. To get to this module, click the top right of the screen where your name is displayed. From the drop-down menu, click Company Settings. The User Setup module is the second button or icon in the Company Settings page. Click this button to see your user list. On the User Setup module, the user list is the only container to configure. When you arrive on this module the first time, you will see that one admin user has already been created for you. This was done based on the information you provided when you created your PoolM8 account. Username, email, phone, user type, and notification are editable by simply clicking on the dashed blue underlined text. When you click, an editable pop-up will appear and you can make whatever changes are necessary. just click the check mark to accept your changes, or click the X to cancel without saving. To reset passwords, just click the reset icon and enter the new password into the pop-up that appears. To add a new user, click the Add New button at the top right of the user list container. An Add New User pop-up will appear. Complete this pop-up by entering the name of the user. First name and last name is the most common. However, some PoolM8 users choose to go with last name, comma, first name. This is completely up to you and can be changed at any time. Once you have added the new user, you can use the edit method described a minute ago to complete the setup of this new user. Email address should be fairly obvious. Phone is for your records and will also be used if you choose text message as a notification type. Now that you understand the various user types, you can choose the type for this user that is most appropriate. Notification type deserves a bit of explanation. We covered notifications or alerts in another video. Briefly though, just know that PoolM8 will send emails or text messages to your users based on triggers that you choose. For example, when you create a ticket for a technician, you are able to have PoolM8 automatically send an email or text message to the tech so that he or she will know they have a new ticket that needs to be taken care of. In the user setup, you just need to know which type of notification you prefer for this person to receive. Finally, on this new user, you will need to set the initial passwords. Password is the password this user will use to get into PoolM8 via a computer. Mobile password will be numeric only, much like a PIN number, and will be used to log into the smartphone app. That's all for the user setup module. You are now an expert on user setup, and we can move on to the next topic, routes.